It's good afternoon almost. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Appalachia's Homestead. I hope you have had an awesome, busy weekend and have been able to accomplish a lot of things over the past couple of days. I told you in my last video, I'm kind of hit or miss. I've taken a little bit of a break, but we also have a lot of scheduled things that we're trying to do right now with the farm and the children and reenactments. And in fact, I'm actually filming here in a parking lot. I'm filming right here because I'm going to have to be carpe diem with filming videos, guys, and keeping everything going. It's so busy. Yesterday, I just want to say it was so nice yesterday. We went to Greenlee Ford. We were in Morganton, North Carolina again. I am a member, if you don't know, I am a member of the Over Mountain Victory Trail Association. They had something very important yesterday with SAR, with the Patriot Point or the Patriot Crossing there at the Catawba River. So we participated in that. I do plan to put a different video up I like to put videos together because it really just keeps a documentation and a documentary of things like that for me more than anything. Things that we've been doing in Morganton. And right now it's very important because it's the road to Kings Mountain. This is the time frame that the Over Mountain men and the militia were coming together and were making their way to Kings Mountain, which is October the 7th. That is the date on that. So here we are into the month of October. Oh, are you in a recession? You better believe you are. So listen, let's talk about a few things real quick as we get videos rolling back again this week. The inflation video coming up, all of these different things. And I just want to thank you for all of your wonderful participation on my channel and your support. We just love you. We love you like biscuits and gravy, honey. That's a lot. That's a lot. Put a little molasses on it while you're at it. So here's the deal. I don't know if you know this. I need a V8. Listen, I know you know this, but I think this is an important reminder. And I know that things with people and with society right now is just buck wild. Okay. I know this. Okay. I see your comments. I know. And we have to remember who we are, who we come from, and the dedication that we are making to our family, to to our lives and to our preparedness right now, and to not be derailed by others. I will be honest with you, we've talked about similar things like this before, but I want to put this out there because since I've sort of had to kind of step back a couple of days from filming so much, but I have been able to read. Folks, I do want you to be aware of this fact. Probably at this point in the game, when you consider who is the biggest threat to you, your family, your farm, your homestead, your preparations, all of these things, it is going to, by far, in my personal opinion, at this rate, at this point in the game, is going to be the unprepared. For several different reasons. The one that I'm seeing the most is that they have the spirit, what is it called? The spirit of offense. There are some very offended people out there right now. They get very offended by people like you and people like me. Okay. I think that's a lot of the things that we've been seeing in terms of poor behavior over the past couple of years, and comments and different things that you probably see, even from people you work with, or maybe your sister-in-law. You always love those sister-in-laws, right? I've got a good sister-in-law, but I know what you're talking about. You just have piss poor people that instead of, that's what they are. Instead of understanding that you are leading the way and that you should be that you and everything that you're doing should be a positive influence on them. Not that it directly affects them, but that you are trying to pay off debt. You're trying to learn skills. Maybe you've homeschooled your children. You are trying to make sure that you are constantly prepared for the things that are happening and the things that we know continue to kind of roll in, right? It's very deceiving right now for a lot of people. Those that are not walking the walk, those that are not walking close to God, those that, and sometimes people are just wallowing so hard in their own situations in their life that they can't see the big picture. Instead of these people becoming proactive and taking responsibility for their own selves and to do what they should be doing for themselves and their family, they would rather take the time to attack you, to offend you, because they are offended. So therefore they turn around and attack you. All of that is nonsense. They should be using their energy to prepare. These are going to be the people that could likely be the first line of people that negatively impact you when things turn super, super bad, super, super fast, because it's going to happen soon. The build up to what we are preparing for seems dragging. It's nagging. It's every day though. But the moment that everybody's like, oh my gosh, these people are absolutely not going to know what to do. Okay. They're going to melt in so many different ways. And in my personal opinion, they're either going to completely melt, and who knows what comes from that, or they're going to become incredibly violent. And you could be a victim of these people, because they're going to realize I think a lot of them at this point already do realize that they know. I don't really fundamentally think people are that stupid. I think they just are. They have the veil over their eyes. They could be lazy. And let's be honest, denial is a very gushy place for a lot of people. I mean, you eat your Lucky Charms, and you watch Yellowstone. I like Yellowstone, somewhat, I do like a lot of parts about Yellowstone, but then there's some things I'm like, did you have to say that? Do you have to show that? Okay, squirrel. But I am noticing in comments from you guys that you are trying to deal with individuals who are just not dealing with themselves very well. Some people are mentally ill. So there's different things here. You have individuals that are that have a high anxiety. You have individuals that may be just mentally ill all in itself. But the majority of people that I see that you all are dealing with, and we all know, these people are just as capable as you and as capable as I am at doing a lot of different things. And they have chosen over the last year, 3 years, 5, 10 years to do nothing. You were crazy 10 years ago. You were crazy 5 years ago. You were crazy 3 years ago, 2 years. You're still crazy. They know better. They just don't want to take on the responsibility that they know. It's more fun to charge your credit cards to the max and go to Target and to TJ Maxx or go to Dollywood or to wherever you all go out there. I get it. And you see this. But here's the thing. When things get really, really tough, understand that these people not only will likely be knocking at your door, asking for help, calling you for help. I want you to take note and be thinking now about how they're going to behave when you either tell them no altogether, because you have to, or you might help them one time. Of course, when you help them, don't expect anything back. Don't do that to yourself, because you're not going to get anything back. You're just not. When you give, just give. Don't expect anything back. I understand respect should be given back. Good people will try to pay you back some way, in one form or another, at some point when they can. I agree with you on that, but don't expect it, okay? But here's the thing. What are they going to do when you tell them no, like I said, or after you've helped them once and you know that they're not helping themselves, or they never did help themselves for whatever reason, whatever excuse they may give, they could become violent. The non-prepared at this point, to me, are your biggest threat and my biggest threat. We can say government, we can say people from big cities moving into rural areas. I'm not dismissing any of these things, but I'm saying, what do you think you could likely be dealing with first? And I want you to be thinking of that, because I'm telling you, people are so offended now. And I'm trying really hard myself, maybe like you. I know this crowd, and you're trying so hard to you're just trying to deflect. You're not going to absorb this negative energy. You're not going to get offended. We can't get offended. I get concerned for people. I get upset about things because I think things could be safety factors and things that could hurt people, but really working on not being offended. Listen, Jesus didn't have to do anything, and he probably offended more people than we all could combine together, and he still does that to this day. These are the people that we have to pray for. but we also have to be very hypersensitive and aware of the potentials of what these people, the ones that did not listen, the ones that refused to listen, the ones that did not prepare. And like I said, there are people that are in circumstances, I realize, that can't help themselves. Okay, I get it. A lot of times these people talk it out openly and say, I'm so strapped right now, I can't do anything. They're at least not offended, and they're not trying to take you down. They just admit they're in a tough spot. But I'm talking about the ones that you all know constantly attack you, call you names, try to dismiss anything that you're saying, try to dismiss the reality of everything that we're hearing and seeing. I really think you need to think about this, because you probably have a lot more of these people around you than maybe you even realize, and even that I realize. We're all in this, right? But this is what I've been noticing and what I've been picking up over the past couple of days. It's kind of nice to kind of step back just a little bit, step back a hair, and just think, pray and watch. We have a real serious problem with individuals not taking personal responsibility. And just because it is true that preparing starting today is probably more difficult and certainly far more expensive than it was, say, even a year ago, that's not an excuse to not try. And if you don't try, don't blame the people around you that are trying. They have no impact on you, or you have no impact on them. So don't take the BS. Step away. When the BS starts flying towards you, step to the right or step to the left, and we just let it pass on by. But beware that when it all comes down to the nitty-gritty, beware of these individuals. Like, subscribe, and share. Thinking about you. Missed you. We had a good time yesterday. We have a lot of videos coming up this week. Busy, busy, busy. It's beautiful here in East Tennessee. We're into October. Kind of fall breakish. Begins sort of next week for a lot of schools and people. And it's supposed to cool down. And then we're going to start moving into the leaves really starting to change. They're starting to. They really are. We're going to have a beautiful fall here in East Tennessee. Guys, like, subscribe, and share. Love you like a little pig. Glad to be back. Hope you've had a great weekend. Stay busy. Stay positive, okay? Exercise, pray, take a moment for yourself, work. If you need to take a mental break for a day or two, that's fine. Get back at it when you're back. If you need to, pack up a peanut butter sandwich like we do and drive and, just have a good afternoon with your husband or your children, enjoy yourself. Get this back in check, okay? Sometimes it takes a couple of days. That is okay. I'm doing it. I did it. And we're back. Beware, guys. Be thinking about what I said. We'll see you on the next video. Godspeed. And we'll be back.